I'm Miss Jane, and I am here with another episode of Busy Babies Home Edition with Suffolk Public Library, and I am going to talk about squish painting. And I just want to tell you about my supplies real quick. I've got some cardstock here. You can use regular paper, but I feel like cardstock holds up a little bit better, or you could get fancy canvas, whatever makes you happy. And I've got some masking tape, I've got stencils, these are optional. I've got Ziploc bags. You can also use saran wrap if you want. I've got some tempera washable paint, and I've got some painter's tape and scissors. So for this, it's really easy. It's a really great way to get your baby interested in finger painting without the mess. You don't have to wear the smock. It's really great, and it really saves on cleanup. And I recommend I like to use the half sheets of paper just because I feel like it fits in the bag a little bit better, but if you can get the whole page in here, great. I like to give a few options for the paint just because I like to see that color mixing. It's a really great tactile activity, it's a really great visual activity, and it's a really great way to get your baby interested in art without having to hose them off every time you want to paint. I find that it works a little bit better if you have kind of a lot of paint on the page so that there's some really good smush action. And then you just put your canvas in the bag. And I have the masking tape here because if your baby has already figured out how to open Ziploc bags, you're going to find out that this activity is not as clean as you thought it was. So you can always tape the Ziploc part closed for a little bit of extra security, and then your baby can just go to town, like smushing the paint and spreading it out. And it really is honestly pretty beautiful when they're done. I've been saving the ones that my baby does, and you can use it as just a regular painting, or you could put a picture on front of it. It could be the frame backdrop. Another thing you can do is you can take painter's tape or washi tape, and you can tape something onto the paper, and then once they smush all the paint around it, you can peel the tape off. Or you could tape a stencil to the paper and have them paint around the stencil, and then you can peel the stencil off when you're done. There are endless options here. You just be creative, whatever you're in the mood for. And honestly, I recommend this activity for older kids and for adults. It's actually pretty soothing just to like smoosh the paint and rub it around. And honestly, the messiest part is when you go to get the painting out at the end. You can cut the bag away if you want. I actually like to rinse my bags out and reuse them. And when you get your painting out, I think it looks pretty cool. And it kind of looks like tie-dye. This one, I like how it came out. And you can dry it overnight. I recommend giving it at least 4 hours to dry because this can get pretty soggy, especially with all the paint you put on there. So make sure it's really dry before you try to pick it up again. And this is Squish Painting, and I am Miss Jane, and I am here with Suffolk Public Library, Busy Babies Home Edition, and I hope you enjoyed my demonstration. Thank you.